Hello, everyone. Welcome in to a special little stream. Welcome in, Plan. No Monster Hunter today. Don't get your hopes up for this stream. This is going to be... There's really only like one thing that's interesting in this stream. And it's a remaster of a game. So we're getting Dead Rising. Oh, I still don't really know if it's a remake or a remaster. I think they're calling it a remaster. And they're going to apparently talk about Resident Evil on phones. And then the other game that I can't ever remember the name of. It's like Ugarami. What is it? Kunitsugami, which could be interesting. I don't really know much about it. But yeah, really, the only thing that I really care about is the Dead Rising remaster, which I'm really curious to see about. Yeah, while we're waiting on that, I have been addicted to Blender. And I've been working on this little cyberpunk apartment that I'm making. There's still a lot to do. We blocked everything out yesterday. This is everything that I blocked out. And I just textured this little area here, which I just brought that in. So I just need to set up the textures on that. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? We can do this because I just made a master material. So we're going to create a instance. Mi concrete. We'll do kitchen concrete. And let's go ahead and assign that. Boop, boop, boop. And I brought my textures in. One for you, one for you, one for you. I've got to change you to that. Okay. Looks pretty good. And then we've got a texture for this. We're going to do MI kitchen railing. Assign that. Oop. Oop. Whoa, why is that not working? Oh. Fix that. Save. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. We need some light over here. Let's grab this. It's looking good. I like it. Yeah, so let's see. Show you guys what I've made here. Draco, welcome. And knows what the real priority is. No Monster Hunter, guys. No Monster Hunter. So, the first thing that I made was this little cabinet shelf thingy. It's pretty basic. And then I made this couch, which I'm really proud of this couch. I think this couch is really cool. And also, I think it looks really comfortable. I wish I had this couch. I really like the materials that I got too. And then I just decided to make a blanket because why not? Can't have a couch without a blanket. Hello, Zeptimus. Welcome. And then I made this coffee table, which I really like this table also. I put like these little steel bars in here just because I thought it looked cool. And then I made these lamps, which I made these lamps really quick last night. So they're not great, but I do really like the material that I got for the lampshade. I feel like it works really well. And I like the kind of emissive, little tiny bit of emissive that I put on it. Red blanket on a blue couch. Look, I don't know what matches and what just doesn't. Is that not right? I figured Cyberpunk is like pink and, you know, blue, and so like that's close. And then I also put this back here, and these walls are just like generic walls. Oh, and then yeah, we just imported this part. So yeah, this will be our front door here, little kitchen area. And then we have our couch. Little bedroom area is going to be back there. I was playing around last night making like some little Chinese takeout boxes. It was kind of fun. I think they look okay. Got to texture them, of course. I was thinking about stuff that we could put on the table, and I think we should make a samurai sword. Because samurais and cyberpunk, that just feels like it should go together, right? I'm doing good, Zeptimus. I did not get a lot of sleep last night, but I feel pretty good for the most part. How are you doing? No, it's definitely red. It's actually even like more of a red. I toned it down. I guess it's more like, I don't know what color that is. Burnt orange, maybe. Yeah. I'm so happy with the way that this is turning out, though. I feel like I haven't really ever blocked anything out like this before. And I feel like that was something that I really needed to do just for practice, if nothing else. And I feel like that is really helping me kind of figure out like what the scene is going to look like and everything. Just got home from work, so ready to relax and play some games tonight. Nice. Draco, how is 14 going? We have 25 minutes. Can I make a samurai sword in 25 minutes? Probably not. I want like a samurai sword with holder. Something like that. Ooh. Okay. I want to make that. We can do that. I wish that there was a better, like, straight-on picture of that. That doesn't look like that complicated, though. I think we can do it. Nice, Draco. That's the way to do it, though. Savor it. All right. So I think how we gonna do this? Let's start with a plane. And I'm gonna separate these just so we can see all this a little bit better. All right, so I think it's going to be kind of like that. I'm also going to, oh, I need to do, go with that. Mirror this to make it a little bit easier. Me too, Zep. Me too. So it's really kind of just like this is the shape, I think. Maybe we do one more in here. Oops. Cursor 2 selected, and then selection cursor. No, let's do this backwards. Selection to is that origin? I always forget how to manipulate origin to 3D cursor. There we go. I always forget how to manipulate that. All right, I want to rotate that 90. And then we're going to extrude. Maybe kind of like about there. And then we're going to go boom. And looks pretty good, I think. I think this needs to come out a little bit. This needs to come in a little bit. That's what everyone says, that it's like the greatest story. Greatest RPG story. Anyone know Japanese? I want like a really cool saying to put on here. Preferably like 3 symbols. So I feel like this is a little tall. Maybe more like that. I wonder also if we could get away with doing that. Yeah, I think that looks better. Don't know Japanese. We'll have to find like a cool saying. Okay, we have 18 minutes. Probably should make this all out of one piece. Hello, Steve. Welcome. Also, I think do that. Okay. How are you doing, Steve? All right, now I need these little things. Which that should be pretty easy to do. Steve, I'm addicted to Blender again. All right, something like that. And I think how I'm going to do that top part. We'll figure it out though. So this comes down and it kind of goes in a little bit. And then it comes out. And then back in. Audit. Ugh. I'm sorry, man. I know that's a lot. How do we do this? Whoops. Okay. I think what we do is inset this. And then maybe bring this there. That's not what I wanted. I have to do this one by one. I'm just making this. But I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this little cutouts in here. That kind of comes to... I really don't have good reference for this. Knowing Japanese is one thing, knowing kanji is another. Even the really big devs make the mistake of putting the wrong Japanese in their games. Yeah, I've seen that. All right, this may work. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I just need to adjust the shape a little bit, I think. goodness, I keep forgetting which side I'm looking at. So I think maybe we can bring this down. Oh, whoa, what happens here? Oh. Shoot. All right, 8 minutes until our direct thingy starts. Hello, ODM. Welcome. Sometimes they just get outsourcing artists that slack on research, and just sneak anything into there, to be honest. Yeah. Kind of shocking. I think I will over here. Delete that. Okay. Probably do that on this one as well. All right, and then we just need to mirror this on X as well, and we will choose... Oh. Okay, hang on. Oh dear. Go back. Let me adjust this shape just a little bit. I guess I didn't really think about like what the actual size of the sword is gonna be. Should be about right though, right? All right, for right now, we're just gonna do this. Okay. And I have 5 minutes. Take care, Steve. Hope you get some good rest, man. Let me get this showcase up. YouTube. Capcom. Oh boy. 3 minutes. Need a sword. Let's see. Samurai sword. something kind of like that. How do they sit? Okay. Oh yeah, I guess we need a case. I didn't think about that. Oh, there was Monster Hunter for you. I'm going to redo this, obviously. This is just for testing. So let's see, we would want this to curve a little bit. Capcom.
初セールのドラゴンズドグマ2と逆転裁判456驚きセレクションをはじめ発売1周年を迎えたストリートファイター6やモンスターハンターシリーズタイトルなど人気作品がセール中。この機会にぜひプレイしてみてください。
Capcom USA。
また Steam ストアで実施中のカプコンサマーセール
Steam ストア
モンスターハンターシリーズのお得なアニバーサリーパックを販売中です。こちらもお見逃しなく。予約受付中タイトルはこちら。国津ガニパスオブザゴッデスをご予約いただいた方には予約特典、逆転検事 1&2 三剣セレクションをご予約いただいた方には限定特典もご用意しております。詳細は各タイトルの公式
Man, I wish I could speak Japanese.
最後にモンスターハンターシリーズの最新作モンスターハンターワイルズのウィッシュリスト登録もお忘れなく。
Which way do they go? Like that? Oh, here we go. Okay, there's my Japanese sword and holder. It kind of looks halfway decent. All right, here we go. Oh. Ooh, I got my phone ready. Wait, is this not in English? Oh wait, this is Japanese. Hold on. English.
Games from Capcom this summer.
Here we go.
But first, we'd like to tell you about this title.
Right. How's that? Onetsukami. This game, I really don't know what to think about this game.
Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess will launch on July 19th, 2024.
Oh, that's soon.
We're excited for you to immerse yourself in the unique Japanese-inspired setting. The innovative gameplay combines elements of both action and strategy games. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is set on Mount Kafuku, which has been covered by defilement. When the sun sets, the sinister Seeth emerge to attack the mountain. During the day, you'll explore the villages, help fix the broken contraptions and purify the villagers. Then you'll be able to give the villagers roles and choose
This is a
where to place them.
weird game.
It's critical to use your daylight time wisely. The game will test the player's decision-making abilities.
But kind of a
During the
cool
night
way,
phase, the
maybe.
Seed attack the villages. Fight with the protagonist So's graceful sword attacks. Issue commands to the villagers, helping you to protect the maiden Yoshiro.
Yeah, it is like a tower defense game.
The player repeats this day-night cycle and purifies villages with Yoshiro to bring peace back to the mountain. The Seed attack the villages in many different forms. Getting help from the villagers is essential to make it through the wide array of challenges presented. Upgrade villager roles to give yourself more support. You can freely reset upgrades and redistribute them to other roles. Customize the roles however you want. You'll also be able to upgrade So as you play through the game. Upgrade attacks, unlock archery, and use skills to summon the villagers. There are a variety of elements that can be upgraded. Combine So's upgrades with abilities from Tsuba Guards and Mazo Talismans. Expand the strategies and actions the player can take. Work effectively with the villagers and guide Yoshiro as you purify the villages. Next, take a look at this.
Demo. Hey. Okay. I feel like this could maybe be fun. It's such a weird genre. Wow, that is coming out on everything.
The
PS4.
demo version will be available from today. You can play part of the main story in a demo version, and there's no limit on playtime or the number of times you can play.
Nice.
We're excited for you to experience this unique combination of action and strategy.
Yeah, I saw it also said it was coming to Game Pass.
We also have a new announcement.
Look at that sword. I need to make that. What? Crossover?
To celebrate the demo version, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess will have a collaboration with the 2006 action-adventure hit Okami.
Wow.
Collaboration costumes for the main character, So, and the maiden Yoshiro. There will be collaboration weapons, and we have collaboration music in the game as well.
Has anyone played
In order to
Konami?
celebrate the Kunitsugami
I mean,
Path of the Goddess
Okami,
demo,
not Konami.
we're having a special festival.
I played a little bit of it. I really liked
One
it.
of the themes of Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is working with others to achieve a goal. If enough players work together and try the demo version, we will include
What?
the Okami collaboration items as a free title update
Collectively
on release
gather
day for
1
everyone
billion
who purchases
crystals?
a copy of the game.
And then you get 15 mallets hidden? What?
For details, please see our website and social
Oh,
media.
no, you also have
accounts.
to find the mallets. That is bizarre.
Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess is available for pre-order. The Mazo Talismans for So and a mini art book are included as pre-order bonuses.
Haven't played it. It is such a
Check out the
beautiful
demo
game.
version, available today.
Wow. All right. I'll probably check that out. Not today because I'm addicted to Blender, but soon.
Next up, a new look for some fan favorites. Want the inside
Oh.
scoop on the recently revealed Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster? We've put together an exclusive top secret program full of undead mayhem. Join us
what?
as we sit down with key development team members from each title to unearth the secrets of Dead Rising and the new look for Resident Evil 7. First, Take a look at the trailer.
The new look for Resident Evil 7? What does that mean? Okay, here we go. Wow, I can't believe the HD remaster came out in 2016. That feels like a couple of years ago.
Imagine something about research for a story. Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Honestly, I feel like his look is very faithful to the original.
What? Did you just say zombies?
Take a look out there. Those ain't zombies. What would you call them? Quick, move! Get over here!
I don't know about this. I mean, look, I'll play this game again, but I don't know if I feel like we really needed this. Game is so good. September 19th. Okay.
What you just witnessed is the newly released
Soon.
trailer for Dead Rising
Very
Deluxe
soon.
Remaster. You may be thinking, that looks like a full-on remake. We had the same thought.
I wasn't
so we spoke
really
with three
thinking
key
about
staff
that.
to get to the bottom of this deluxe remaster. We began our investigation with director Ryosuke Murai. Well, actually, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this game a remake, considering the work we put into it.
Why did they change the
Before
voice
we could even
actor?
ask a question, Murai was giving us the inside scoop about the game. The first thing you'll notice is the improved graphics. The new specs allow the game to run at 4K 60 FPS.
Okay, I could already do
Quite a few
that.
quality of life improvements, like the ability to move while aiming, as well as other adjustments to make controlling Frank more intuitive. Thanks to popular demand, we've added an autosave feature and fine-tuned the user interface.
That's nice
The game
looking.
will be fully voiced in 9 languages, with text in 14, giving more players around the world a chance to enjoy characters' dialogue. We've also made some improvements to NPC behavior that we hope will make surviving the zombie apocalypse with all the colorful characters that much
Is it
more
actually
enjoyable.
easier to save some of them now?
That sounds like a complete overhaul. It makes me wonder if the game's main concept is still intact. If you've played the original, rest assured that its core remains unchanged in this deluxe remaster. We did our best to respect the direction of the original game. We kept the fundamental gameplay the same while improving upon the user experience. With this, we believe that both
I don't know
veterans
if I
and
like the
newcomers alike
watch.
will be able to enjoy a fresh experience. Our goal was to ensure that today's players would experience the same shock players felt when the original game was released.
So since I already own the
We accomplished this
remaster,
goal
I get
with
this
Dead
for free,
Rising
right?
Deluxe Remaster. We hope that everyone will give it a try.
It'll just be a
Unable
free
to get any
upgrade?
definitive answers out of director Murai, we gave art director Satoshi Takamatsu the 3rd degree. It turns out he had
What?
ambitions of his own for this project. Because the original came out 18 years ago, there were many limitations during development. Thanks to nearly 2 decades of technological advancements, we were able to accomplish a lot that couldn't be done back then.
Why does she have gray hair now?
For example, Resident Evil, Capcom's other zombie franchise, focused on quality
Yeah, I've heard of
over
that.
quantity. Dead Rising took a different approach. The goal was to pack as many zombies as possible into that huge shopping mall. This meant each individual zombie wasn't as polished as we would have liked. However, this time around, we
Oh.
were able to focus on
Yeah, that does look
quality
pretty
as
good.
well. As the art director, I couldn't be more pleased that we were able to apply high-end modeling and production to both the main character
That looks
Frank
pretty good.
and all of the NPCs. Of course, another critical aspect of Dead Rising that we have to address is the shopping mall setting.
That looks nice.
In the original game, the Willamette Parkview Mall is made up of several areas, like Entrance Plaza and Paradise Plaza.
Walla, thank you so much for the 100
Just passing by to say good night, smiley face.
We've taken these designs
Good night,
and evolved
smiley
them
face.
even further by adding
night,
real-time
Koala.
lighting and shadow effects.
Thank you so much.
So that each location takes on a different appearance.
Wow, that looks kind of cool.
That's how much detail we've put into this project.
そういうところを、今回、表現できるようになったので、そこら辺も、こだわって作っております。
For character animations, we tried to limit unnecessary changes and use the original data as much as possible, especially during action scenes. We could have made them more realistic with today's tools. But we wanted to preserve the unique and comical movements that made the original Dead Rising so special.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Takamatsu was finally giving us the info we were looking for. However, we couldn't stop there. We had to know why this is called a deluxe remaster. To do that, we tracked down the game's producer and managed to get his account.
Morimoto.
I think Dead Rising is a unique game with extremely tight game design, even by today's standards. However, we also knew the original game was released 18 years ago, and that improvements were needed to reach a modern audience. That's why we focused on improving playability, in addition to overhauling the graphics. This game truly deserves the title of Deluxe Remaster. Its unique game design allows it to stand apart from other zombie games. It feels fresh even today. Morimoto took a moment to compose himself before divulging something terrifying. Here at Capcom, we're no strangers to zombies.
Oh my goodness.
But this game takes it to another level.
He really did have to compose
With a wry
himself.
smile on his face, Morimoto took out his phone and showed it to us. And there it was, Resident Evil 7, in a form we never imagined.
Okay.
Capcom is thrilled to bring its third Resident Evil title to the iPhone 15
That was a
Pro
weird
and
transition.
other Apple devices. The game has been optimized greater than ever before to ensure the best possible RE experience.
All right, I guess that's it.
As with Resident Evil Village and RE4, using a controller like the
So September
DualSense
19th
or a
for
mobile controller that attaches directly to the phone
Dead Rising.
allows for a surprisingly comfortable gameplay experience. That being said, when playing on a mobile device without a controller, we felt the standard virtual controller just didn't cut it.
It
So the
sucks.
development team took it upon themselves to optimize the touch controls for Resident Evil 7 on iOS. One of the biggest challenges we faced was implementing the auto fire feature. You can enable this setting so that your weapon fires automatically when aiming at an enemy, making it much easier to play without the use of peripherals.
Goodness, please no one
The
play
early
this game on a
Resident Evil games
phone.
also had auto aiming. Despite the differences in specs, Morimoto wasn't willing to compromise on usability. With Apple's help,
You know,
he was able to take on new challenges
I just
that
don't-
prioritize the immersive experience.
I don't really understand
The menu options
putting
and inventory
a
are
game
now all
like this or
touchscreen
any of these
compatible, allowing for a more
types of
intuitive
games on
experience.
phones,
The
because
first part
if
of
you
the
think
game
about
is
it,
free to play.
the
Resident Evil
only
7 is
people
guaranteed to be
that
frightful
are really
fun.
going to buy
If you
these
have a compatible
or that
device,
could buy
we highly
these
recommend checking it
are
out to
people
see
that
what
have
you
the
think.
newest iPhone,
Since its release in 2017,
which
Resident
that's a
Evil
very
7 has
expensive
sold 13
device.
million copies.
And
Now
if
it's
they
available
have
in a
that,
new
they
form on
probably
Apple
also
devices.
have a
Up next,
PlayStation or a
confession
PC or
from
something
Koji
like that.
Nakanishi, the director behind the classic. Resident Evil was,
And they're just not gonna
if I'm
play
being honest, as a brand,
on-
we were off track. And legendary director
on a phone.
Yoshinori Kawano
And then the people
discloses
that,
the
you know,
secret origin of
maybe
Dead
they would
Rising.
play on a
I
phone,
feel like Dead Rising
they
is the
probably don't
classic
have
zombie game.
the
In
right
the second
hardware
half
to
of the
play on it.
program, We'll learn previously untold stories about how the games were developed.
There's millions of people that play on mobile, but I don't think that they play these types of games
Dead
on
Rising
mobile.
Deluxe Remaster will have an emergency digital launch for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam on September 19th. The Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered Digital Deluxe Edition will include additional costumes.
Good
and
gracious.
mall background music,
Dead Rising
and will be
Digital
available with the
Deluxe
regular version on
Remastered
September
Digital
19th.
Deluxe Edition. What?
Dead Rising fans shouldn't miss the Dead Rising Original Pack, included as a pre-order
But that's what I'm
bonus.
saying, Odium. I feel like the
Pre-orders
people that
are
do
available
play on
starting
phones, most of them don't have high-end phones. And the people that have high-end phones, they're probably already going to have a console or a PC or something like that. So I just don't feel like... I mean, we already found out, like, Resident Evil 8 sold, like, 10,000 copies on mobile, which is nothing. But I guess maybe, like, if this is cheaper, maybe that will help. Because I think that was a big problem with Resident Evil 8. That it was a, like, full price, you know, $60 game that you had to pay for just to play on your phone.
Capcom's two major zombie games, Dead Rising and Resident Evil 7, come to be made in the first place. We interviewed
No,
the
I'm
directors
sorry.
of both titles to learn more
No
about
House
the
of Lies
games.
on mobile.
First, we have Koshi Nakanishi, the distinguished director of Resident Evil 7. Follow along as he shares previously undisclosed information about the game's origin. When we first started development, Resident Evil was...
Yeah,
Well,
I
if
think
I'm
that's a
being
big
honest, as a
problem,
brand,
is
we were
that
off
they're
track.
charging full price.
The action element
Which, I
had been
mean, like,
expanded.
to be fair, you know, it is the
Much more
full
negatively
game.
than expected.
But
In the
it's
end,
like,
an RE game
if you're going
has
to
be
play on a
scary.
phone, I almost feel like you just expect
So we
a
took
cheaper
another look
price.
at it. And the general consensus from fans of the series was that a Resident Evil game is one that should scare the hell out of you. That was the
Yeah,
starting point for
exactly.
Resident Evil 7.
And most...
I played
right.
Resident Evil from the beginning.
That's what I'm saying.
And those early games were terrifying. I was excited to
I thought
try
he was
and
gonna
make
say
Resident
terrible.
Evil 7 into a
Those early
game
games
that
were
would live up to
terrible.
the RE name. The fear-inducing Resident Evil that Nakanishi was after had a major impact upon its release. But the course that he chose was far from the path of least resistance.
This is such a
In order
weird
to make a fear-focused Resident
showcase.
Evil, many elements of the game had to be re-evaluated from scratch. Like the setting, characters, the game system. Anything that didn't induce fear had to change. And sometimes we threw the whole thing out. And in order to make it scarier, we decided to go with a first-person point of view. Up to that point, RE had been third-person perspective with the character on the screen. But when you're viewing the world from a safe distance behind a character, it's not as immersive and frightening. First person forces you to be up close and personal. And that's exactly what we were trying to accomplish. How did Kawano perceive the target audience for this game? We weren't sure whether to target a casual or core audience. However, we trusted management's concepts and made what we thought would be fun. Kawano had a range of experience directing Mega Man Legends and Breath of Fire, and he was confident in this new genre. We wanted to put the main character somewhere that was overrun with zombies. Most games might ordinarily make their main character a cop or a soldier. A badass, decked out in gear, ready for the situation.
Not us, though. He's a
But
photographer.
we thought going in that direction would dilute the madness and unpredictability of the zombie outbreak. So, we made him a journalist. We focused the story on him being trapped in a place full of zombies, trying to escape, and rescuing survivors along the way, so that they can all make it out together. Kawano faced challenges during development, It's clear, though, that he still has the same passion for the game. In terms of the narrative, there's a zombie outbreak.
Hello, Dad.
You want
Welcome.
the player to encounter people trying to escape and others who have become a bit unhinged, making them feel like they're trapped in the outbreak. On the development team, we all felt like it was a fun game, but others who saw the game were kind of taken aback. Some even asked whether it was okay to make a game that was so violent. For a second, we started to doubt ourselves. Such an innovative project was bound to grapple with internal friction. But Kawano had a trump card to play: fan expectations. We previewed it at a game show and got mobbed. Players loved that you could use a parasol to kill zombies or put buckets on their heads. That's when I knew we'd done it. I still can't say whether it was targeting core or casual players, but everyone loves
bit of both.
zombies and being able to mess around with them in so many ways. I thought people in Japan and abroad would all like the game. However, RE4, a game without zombies, was released the year before. Was Dead Rising trying to dethrone the RE franchise? I think that makes Dead Rising one of the classics. Also, I think anything with zombies needs a sense of humor. The zombie outbreak is a disaster, but I think you need to laugh too. If there are laughs, you can have some tears as well. Resident Evil, on the other hand, is cooler. The main characters are very cool. Kawano's continued passion for the game was evident
Hi,
from his
Solar Chief.
intensity.
Welcome.
Shinji Mikami made the Resident Evil game, so of course they have a sense of humor. Giant dolls appear and walk around. But I think we really filled Dead Rising with a ton of ridiculous stuff. If you're looking for a clear answer to that question, in the context of this program, I think it's fair to say that Dead Rising is the classic zombie game. A lot of people played the game.
I mean,
when it
we
first
did get
came
the
out,
news.
but it wasn't the easiest to play.
But yeah, this is
Now
this
that
is
it's been
some-
made a little more accessible, I'm
Running
excited for those
showcase.
who didn't play or couldn't finish to have another chance. Each of the directors had different experiences, but we'd like to salute
Look how good
both
those
for their
graphics look.
innovative contributions. And finally, we managed to draw out an intriguing bit of information from director Nakanishi. We'll let him have the final comment. We're making a new Resident Evil. It was really difficult to figure out what to do after 7. But I found it. And to be honest, it feels
the
substantial.
structure of this everything is so
I can't
weird.
share any details just yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can. Here's a quick roundup of the games we introduced today
Hi,
that will be
Sue.
launching soon.
There you have it. A new Resident
Kunitsuga
Evil was
Path
just
of the
announced,
Goddess
folks.
launches on July 19th,
Can you believe it? They're
2024.
making another one of
Try out the
those.
demo today.
I never thought I would be here
Next, we have Resident Evil 7
and hear that a new
Biohazard,
Resident
which will
Evil
be
game is
available
being
for
made.
iPhone, iPad, and Mac. You can play the opening section for free. And finally, 18 years after the original release, we have the original Zombie Paradise action game, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. This is more than your average
Dead Rising
remaster.
Deluxe
This is a deluxe
Remaster, Digital
and we hope
Deluxe
you're excited.
Edition.
Kunitsuga
I don't know, guys.
Path of
I think
the
I might
Goddess
wait
and
for the
Dead
Super
Rising
Ultra
Deluxe Remaster
Master
are
Deluxe.
available for pre-order. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching.
Two-hour free trial.
Play up to 2 hours of Dragon's Dogma 2 during our limited time free trial campaign. Saved data from the trial can be transferred when purchasing the full version of the game. Venture forth and get a taste of adventure set
Does the
within a
character
fantasy world.
creator count as the 2 hours? Because
Now,
I feel like I'll
moving
spend
on
2
to
hours just in the
Capcom
character
Summer Sale.
creator.
Dragon's Dogma 2 and Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy are on sale for the first time. Also check out Street Fighter 6, celebrating its first anniversary.
Yeah,
Monster
that's
Hunter
what I
titles
mean.
and other popular Capcom
That's what I was
games.
saying, that it's only available for the iPhone 15. So, like, that's such a small number of people that have an iPhone 15. And the people that buy an iPhone 15 are generally going to be people that, you know, are more on the wealthy side and are, you know, are going to have like the newest phone. And so those people, you're not going to like go out and buy a phone, $1,000 phone, just to play Resident Evil on, you know?
And finally, don't forget to wishlist Monster Hunter Wilds, the latest title in the Monster Hunter series.
Not enough time to learn how janky the game is or what your pawns or that your pawns can betray you. Everything that I've heard about Dragon's Dogma 2 just feels really overhyped to me. And I don't that sounds really negative, but I don't feel like from what I've heard, it doesn't seem like it's really that much different from the original game. And I don't know, it just doesn't entice me. You were genuinely looking forward to the DD2, but I didn't buy it due to the price tag, and what I've heard since makes me less tempted to buy it in general. Yeah, I agree, because I was really excited for it when it was first announced as well, but now that it has been out and I feel like people have had time to process it, I feel like people were just so excited because it was like a very, you know, long awaited announcement that they were going to make a new one of those. And the first one was like kind of in a weird place where it had like a very dedicated fan base, but it was kind of a smaller fan base. And it was like the people that love that game, like really love that game, but they also admit that like it's very janky. And then the second one, it just seems like it's so similar from what I've seen and heard to the first one that if you didn't like the first one, you're probably not gonna, you know, like the second one. And I really didn't like the first one very much. I wanted to, but I just didn't really like it. The first one was better than what I saw. Did you buy anything from the summer sale? No, I didn't. Probably won't either. The first one was quite niche, but it was really fun within that niche. But yeah, the second one doesn't sound like it does much to advance it at all, and it costs almost $100. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you liked the first one, it probably will be worth picking up down the road when it's on sale for at least 50% off. I mean, the first one, I feel like the first one went on sale many times for like crazy cheap, like 80% off or something like that. And I imagine that the second one will eventually go that way as well. Yeah, that was about what I expected from that showcase. I mean, really the only thing that I cared about was finding out about the what do you call it? The gracious, Dead Rising, which that's coming September 19th. And is it available to pre-order? Curious how much it is. Dead Rising. I don't think it's actually available yet. I feel like that's going to be kind of a tough sale if that's like a full price game. I could see maybe spending $40 on it, but even that seems a little expensive to me. Especially because, like, the first one, or I mean, the remaster, the first remaster, is plenty fine, really. And the stuff that they're changing is not really that big. And they dropped the voice actor, which is so weird. You would buy it for 50% off, no higher than that. Actually, they did announce Resident Evil 9, technically. I mean, I'm assuming that's what he said by we're working on the next Resident Evil. Such a weird announcement, though. Games just keep getting more expensive too. Wow, most people barely afford basic stuff. Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be full price like a Resident Evil 4 remake, because it's not a remake. It's just a remaster. It's not a full-on remake by any means. All right. I want to make a samurai sword. If anyone wants to hang out with me, it's probably going to be boring, but I found this 2-hour tutorial that I'm going to go through. Chapter 1, setting things up. Let's skim through this really quick and see what this looks like.
We don't need the cube, we don't need the light, and we don't need the camera. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my screencast C so you can have this screen. So net full pad to go in one, set my axis. Let's go ahead and rename our... we're going to start with a plane, but let's go ahead and ensure by pressing Shift-C that our 3D cursor is in the along object.
Okay, we're just blocking this out.
Press the map and stay there. When I'm on the numpad and making sure that I have this edge loop selected, you can do that by Alt and then right-click on an edge. Come into top view here, and just
hi, Falstro. Welcome.
The y-axis.
How are you?
About right there. And then we can take this
interesting
one and do the same. But this time, let's go a little further. And then take this one and do the same, but not.
Okay, let's find the actual sword that we want to make. I kind of want to make one of these that doesn't have the, what do you call that, the hilt? Maybe that's not even a katana. I don't really know anything about this, to be honest. Or maybe we could just make both. We need, like, reference. Here we go. Thank you for the lurk, Solar Chief. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's use this. Get rid of my super quick little thing there. How have you been, Fostro? see. Try and get the scale halfway decent here. Maybe about like that. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, Valstro. I am working on making a cyberpunk apartment. I blocked all of this out yesterday, which this was my first time ever trying to block anything out. And I'm really glad that I did it because I feel like it's helping a lot. And I've been starting to make the assets. I made this couch, which I'm really proud of. I made this table, which I really like. Made this lamp. Couple of lamps. I mean, it's the same lamp. This piece. And then I just imported this little area, which is going to be our little kitchen area. And I know I should really be focusing on the bigger stuff, but I just really want to make a samurai sword or katana. All right, so we will do like they are doing. Oh, I was like, why is that happening?
Alright, so once we've got that, we can also add in another loop cut where our edge is going to be right about.
Okay, I see. Oops.
About, I'd say there. Alright, let's focus in on our object by pressing delete on your numpad, and it'll focus it in the 3D scene. what I'm going to go ahead and do here is hop into top orthographic view by pressing 7 on the numpad and making sure that I have this edge loop selected. You can do that by Alt and then right click on an edge. Come into top view here and just drag it out along the y-axis about right there. And then we can take this one and do the same, but this time let's go a little further. And then take this one and do the same, but not go quite as far as that we did with this one.
Okay, so maybe kind of like that. And then keep doing that. Bring that one out. That. I'm assuming we're going to put a mirror on this. And now we have a profile of about like this. We can go ahead and add in a mirror modifier and do that along the Z-axis. Now let's go ahead and block in the tip of our blade here. Oh, he didn't do that.
So we're going to just deselect everything by double tapping A, and then press C and come in and select these two vertices. And we're going to extrude these up to match the curvature of the blade and end at the point here. So holding down left control and then clicking, it'll automatically extrude out and also match the rotation to, and come to Tab G to make sure to select the right. We can select these two vertices and rotate them about like so. Now we need to connect all this up in a way that makes sense and maintains good topology. Gone and just also, and since we have that need a home here, now let's go ahead and do the same thing right. And is come into edge mode and alt right click this edge, and then we can extrude this. But before we do that, we need to enable clipping on our mirror modifier so it'll weld together. I'll go ahead and show you what would happen.
Okay. I feel like mine's a little different, so I'm going to do it a little differently. The edge seems more sharp there. Feel like we can maybe bring this in a little bit. And then oh, you know what I just realized? I'm doing the blade on the edge on the wrong side. I thought something felt weird about that. Alright, so we need to move this one out a little bit. Oh, I have these wrong too, though. Okay, you know what? Let's just restart one of those. So that's going to be our edge. And pull this out a little more. Okay, let's try that. It's a scythe katana. Now we can do mirror. I feel like this should actually be an edge too, right? Oh, what happens? There we go.
And without clip everything on to everything. And you can see down here at the bottom it removed, and we can come down here. And if you are ever having issues navigating your 3D space and things start to get focus in on that, and then you won't have any problems scrolling again. Right now, well, let's think here. Let's just extrude this along the y-axis to where it meets the center there, and then select this edge, face it to that edge. Done boxing out the low plane to blade. Alright, welcome back. In this chapter, we're going to continue work on the blade. So let's go ahead and come in here, and isn't a curve right now. I want to make it a curve. So let's select that vertex and just double tap G, and let's go ahead and add in a bevel modifier, and something pretty low like 0.002, and bust the segments. Let's bevel weight, show you which edge looks really good with the bevel edge here to select the menu. So it picks to do this and show you again to the normal maps for our low poly and the edge here, and let's poly and coverage image here doesn't have what we're about to add in, but it is quite common for some katanas to have a sort of divot or groove going.
That's what I wanted to find out.
Go ahead and add that in.
I kind of want one of those.
Let's press Shift C to center our 3D cursor and add in a circle. And then down here, we're given a menu. We can open that and change the vertices to something about 12. And then come in here and rotate that 90 degrees along the x-axis. And then rotate it by 15 degrees so it looks like a stop sign now. These two vertices down here need to be flat with one another. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this up. Actually, we're going to start at the bottom of the blade here. So we're going to go ahead and pull it down, start scaling it down, and pull it out from the model along the axis. Scale it down.
Thanks for stopping by.
Come into front orthographic view, keep scaling it down, and we can start it about right here. Now we're going to go ahead and delete all these vertices here on the top. And we can just duplicate these, pull them up, scale along the z-axis, -1. And now we can pull this duplicate up here to the top where we want this groove to end. I think about right here would look good, and rotate it to fit in with these lines here. Now we gotta make sure these match one another. So what we're gonna do is add in a shrink wrap modifier so it's flush with this model, that object. Let's go, before we apply that modifier, we want to make sure there's no like that. And then with our circle here selected, press Control right click on the blade, or no, sorry, Shift right click on the blade, and then on the high poly version of the blade, and then press Control J, and they will merge together. And just like that, they're now one and the same on the object and the circle and the blade. Come up here to the top, Shift right click on that one and face those together, and then do the same for the other side. Face those together. Yep, just like so. And we don't want it hanging off the edge here, so what we want to do is, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points it needs to match to follow the curvature of the blade. So on this edge we want to add in 5 cuts, which down here in the bottom left, as I do that, you can see the number of cuts we have. And then the same thing over here, add in 5 cuts. And then just right click to keep them in place. Then we can come into front orthographic and make sure we only have these 2 vertices selected. And simply move them into place, rotate them if needed. And we're going to do the same thing for all of these points. We're going to line them up with these other vertices. I feel like there should be a
better way to do this.
Make sure it follows the curvature of the blade. Just like so. Okay, that's looking good. So now, basically what we're going to do is we need to face these up into this face.
Model the cross section and extrude and scale it?
Existing faces.
You mean like model this part and then extrude from that? So like start from this and then make the blade from that? Or how would you get them joined together?
So we're going to add in 2 loop cuts here. and just simply right click to keep those in place. And let's go ahead and scroll up here to the top and see.
Cross section of the blade.
Here we've created an ingon. To fix that, what we want to do is select these two and then press merge at center. And that doesn't quite fix the problem of the ingon, but it doesn't really matter since it's on a flat surface. It's not going to affect any of our shading or textures. And since the tip of this won't be animated in and of itself, the entire object will be animated, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's go ahead and alt right click and select this edge and make sure we deselect these top three here. Come into front orthographic view, double tap G, and then slide it until it's past this vertex here, something about there. Do the same thing for this one. Make sure you deselect anything else up here it tries to select, and double tap G.
Foster, I get so confused on... I mean, I know what ingons are, I know what quads are, but I get really confused on if ingons are okay. Because it seems like so many people tell me no, but then I also have made models with ingons, and like I don't see any problem when I import them. Yeah, that seems to be what I've come to the consensus, that if you have an ingon that's perfectly flat, then there's no real issues.
Drag it on over.
But I talked to some people and they sound like it's like the worst thing in the world, and like the engine is going to crash or something.
So press Control R
if you use that.
Pull that up about to where it matches with that vertex.
It seems like there's just a lot of misinformation.
And another one right about there. Now we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. And add one there. Add one there. And add one there. And now we can come in and select these faces, starting with this one right here, where this sort of intersects into it. We don't want to do.
Okay. I feel like I could do this a different way. First of all, I do need to do something like this and mark these as sharp. I know I can also do this. And then let's do that here. See how that looks. That does not look good. Oh, that looks weird. Oh, wait, I think it's because... It's really hard to see what's going on. Yeah, that looks really bad. I guess that doesn't look terrible. I wonder also, maybe this edge isn't really supposed to be that sharp too. I don't know. Let's just go for that for now. So what if we did this? I'm just curious what this would look like. Oh, why is that not working now? That works pretty good, although the shading does look a little weird here. It's probably just because we don't have enough geometry. Or I know what we could do. Maybe if we... Oh, it also marks these sharp. Oh, that's why. Not sharp, but did that. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Yeah, I feel like this is way easier than doing what he was doing. But like Ostro said, there's lots of ways to do this. I feel like it's really close to the edge. There, that looks better. This looks pretty funky though. I don't really know what's going on over here. Okay, I see. There, I'm happy with that. That's what happens when you have a non-flat quad. Yeah. I guess it's because I'm trying to, like, bring this to the edge here. Welcome back, Steve. Oh, interesting. That doesn't really work. Oh well. It's my first try. I wish this part would look better though. Modeling blades are a pain in general, anyway. I feel like it's not too bad so far. Alright, let's see what he's doing. I mean, he basically did what I did, but I do think he has a little bit more geometry in here, which probably helps.
This will look really nice when it's baked onto our low poly asset. Alright, I'll see you in the next chapter. Alright, welcome back. In this sub-chapter, we're going to do one more thing to our blade before we move on. Let's go ahead and come into our low poly asset, press tab. This is one thing I forgot to do. Let's select this vertex here.
I'm going to try and bake that.
Come down to the bottom, select that one down there. And we're going to move this out a little bit along the x-axis to about right there. And do the same thing with this and match it up. In fact, let's just also go ahead and select that. And then bring that out to about there. Well, before we do that, we want to make sure we remember the value that we actually moved it. So up here in the top left, you see where it's coming in there. Alright, welcome back. Here that your 3D cube. Alright, axis. And I'm going to pop in the low poly version of the blade so we can look at that. About like that. Let's make sure we're not. It's not along the X. There we go. I just kind of for axis and then it's a little bit to add dig into sees that's our add verticing. So we only have to add it back and rotate it just about like so.
Oh, interesting.
And we can come in and right click, control click to select along the shortest
Oh, that's
path,
kind of cool.
and then shift click, control click, and just skip one. We're going to select every other. Let's just trying to, there we go. You have to all right click and hit it in the right spot sometimes. We can extrude this and then Alt S after we turn off proportional editing and bring it out about there. Aim it easily. Vertices is fine. We're going to scale it down.
Okay. That seems pretty easy. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, I am back. Hi, Zura. Welcome. How are you doing, Zora? Giant crochet stuffed otter. Nice. Okay, so let's do under. Wonder how many he did.
C again to center our 3D cursor and add in a cylinder with 24 vertices.
24. Not that we have to do 24, but that seemed like that worked pretty well for him. He go all the way in like that?
Damn. Because we are a map of this, what I'm going to do in, but not passing the range.
Okay. Mirror on that. Can't I do... I didn't really want to select that. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Okay. Boom. Wait, no, we want to bridge those, right? Whoa. Maybe we do this. Or Why is that not working? Okay, how is he doing that?
Guard. So something about like that right there. Maybe back shit. I'll come in and right click, control click to select along the shortest path. Select every, and then we can extrude down along the z-axis and then delete all of those faces.
Oh, that is what he did.
And then if we select this outer edge.
Okay, I see. That feels weird, though. Seems like that is gonna be good. It's kind of cool. Oh, I just realized these didn't fill in for some reason. Oops. Well, that's kind of annoying. Kind of like that. Probably need to make it a little bigger. Okay. How does he do the handle?
All right, welcome back to chapter Polly and into about there. And you want to make sure you're not running into any beveling issues like we are.
Okay, so that's super straightforward. I feel like I could probably just make it out of this. Oh, but I need to... Oh dear. Ooh, yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. Hello, Minish. Welcome. So let's go. That's... Guess this needs to be thick. Well, no, probably not, because we're going to have the wrap on it too. Oh, that's really hard to see. I think it's that. Yeah. How are you doing, Minish? Enjoying your vacation? Making taco meat. I had tacos yesterday. Oh, it's so hard to select those. Spaghetti, nice. That sounds good. That sounds really good. I need to eat. Kind of forgot. Guys, that's kind of looking like a samurai sword now. I mean, katana. I keep calling it a samurai sword. I guess technically it is, but... I'm gonna see it in my home. It probably is supposed to have the cover. What do you call that? The sheath. Do they call it a sheath? Oh, wakazashi. I don't know what that is. I just wanted a katana. I feel like that would be cool. Yeah, I think we definitely need to make the sheath thingy for it. And then well, hello there, Ozzy. Welcome. Is this Nightmare Escape? No. I should be working on Nightmare Escape. This is just totally a personal project. I just wanted to make a cyberpunk house apartment. So that's what I'm working on. This is what I've made so far. I blocked out all of this yesterday. So we did all of this. And I have just really started on like the actual detailed assets, which I made this couch, which I'm really proud of this couch. I think it looks so good. And then I made a blanket. And I made this thing. I made this table, which I really like. And I made these lamps. And then I made this stuff today. It has been excruciatingly hot. But today it's actually really, really nice. It's really pretty outside. Okay, I want to know how he is going to make the thing on the thing on the thing.
For some reason, my screencast keys aren't
Creating
on, so let
the
me turn
wrap.
those on for you. Object, click on it. Extrude down along the Z-axis. To see, move everything. Solidify modifier. 0.
Is he just going to do...
Wrap fabric.
Okay.
And this specific auto wrap I have in mind to be kind of leathery. Some of them are more fabric, but I think leather would look pretty good. So I've included some reference images of auto wraps and grip, and the bottom we're going to need a way to basically cap this off in a way that looks good and make the array, and then deactivate thing for the bottom M, merge it center.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought it was going to do. So, duplicate, separate, and then nice and chilly, slight drizzly rain here. You know, the kind of weather where you curl up on the couch with hot chocolate and just watch a movie. Oh man, that sounds so nice, Ozzy. I'm glad it's nice for you. No, I'm really happy for you. Sounds lovely. Can't wait for it to get like that here. Don't. I think I want that right now. Alright, we need shrink wrap. And we're going to do that outside. And then we want to do a solidify. That looks weird. Whoa. What happened? So many modifiers. Array. Array. Maybe okay. Maybe if I do the array before the. Oh, that kind of works. How's he doing that? Oh, you know what? I may have messed up. I think he did that before he bent the sword or the handle, which would make a whole lot of sense. It's gonna be hard for me to do this, I think. Unless there's some way that I can... Targeting the cylinder. Actually, that kind of works if I can just get... Oh dear. Hit the wrong thing. If I can just get it to be thicker. Ooh, there we go. That looks so good. Oh. Oh, I was going the wrong way. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Whoa. That's kind of weird. Oh, it's not really straight, though. I also feel like this should go out more. Whoa, look, look what's going on here. It's trying to shrink wrap it. We need to slide this down. Look, no samurai sword is perfect. That's part of the allure. It means that it's handcrafted. What is going on there? What? Gotta be honest, I don't really know what's happening here. I don't really know what I'm doing. That does not look good. What if I... Oh, I see. Okay. So that's obviously too much. Why is it doing it like that, though? Just want to make it thicker. That doesn't work. There we go. Got it. Boundary? I don't understand. Shrink wrap. Okay, maybe shrink wrap needs to go first. No, that seems to like being after. Uh-oh, now I think I messed it up. Okay. I don't understand why that is doing that. Okay, what if we apply the array? Apply the shrink wrap. And now let's try and add solidify. That may have worked. Ah, that worked. I think. What is that? No, that's fine. Okay. Now I want to make the thing. What I meant to do. There we go. Selection to cursor. Hmm. Guys, I think we made a katana. I feel like this is too long back here. Is it? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't save. That really sucks. I've never had Blender crash on me. Oh, I lost all of that. Recover? Nope. Well, at least I know how to make it now. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for today. Thank y'all for hanging out and watching me make a katana and then lose it. I will be back tomorrow to play some Elden Ring. Bye, everyone.